It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition way. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/the Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, Stitcher, Deezer, more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Also follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here, wonderful lady who originally was from Detroit, Michigan. She's now in Charlotte. She's a personal branding coach, and she also has a coaching academy. And she one time tried out for the Detroit Pistons. We'll talk a little basketball as well, too. And she has also got some books about queendom and more. She's a cognitive behavior coach, law of attraction, business and entrepreneur coach. And she's got a fascinating story to tell. And live, ladies and gentlemen, from beautiful downtown Charlotte, the very, very talented coaching legend, ladies and gentlemen, Angela. Angela, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Hello. Thank you for having me, Mike. It's such an honor.
Oh, it's a great honor to have you as well, too. So you're basically from the Detroit area, you're now in Charlotte. You're a personal branding coach, and you also one time tried out for the Detroit Pistons. You've got a coaching academy. You also got a couple of books on queendom as well, too, and you're also a cognitive behavior coach, law of attraction coach, business and entrepreneur, and you also got a great academy and just a lot of exciting things. And before we get into all that, tell us how you got started.
Oh wow! When I hear people talk about it, I'm like, wow, who is that lady? Who is that? So I guess people ask me the question, how did you get into it? How did you find your purpose? I like to say purpose found me. I just began to just walk in it when I became aware it was truly my purpose. But I started mentoring young girls as I was a teenager. I was always the person, everybody loved to come to my house. There was always somebody's child, daughter at my house that I mentored. So as I got older, I just began to see the pattern of my life. And then I just began to embrace it. I started my charity and ministry, then I transitioned into business. And I just, got the aha moment, like, this is what I'm supposed to do. This is why God put me on earth to do. So I just, started as a business, began to get training and all those different things. And here we are today.
That was amazing. And was that one moment that influenced you into going ahead and starting up the business, the precise moment that said, hey, I'm going to go ahead and go into business myself?
I think when I stumbled across Les Brown, I was at a place I had just given up. I was so discouraged. I, been through so many different things. And this was my transition to Charlotte. And he began to talking about your gifts and talents and believing in yourself. And I had this aha moment, like, I can do this as a business and people can pay me for this. Then I stumbled across Lisa Nichols and took some of her program. I took training program. And I was like, okay, I can really do this as a business. So that was in 2017 when I had the aha moment.
Wow, that was an aha moment for sure. And what was it like living in Detroit as well? So you can just tell us a little bit about that.
Detroit, I call it my struggle. A lot of different things in Detroit. And people often ask me, is Detroit like how people say it? I'm like, yes, and worse. So I've seen a lot of things. I've experienced a lot of things. I grew up in the urban area, so I've seen a lot of houses got shot up. I've seen dead bodies. I've worked at their Trauma One hospital, so I've seen a lot and experienced a lot in Detroit. They built my foundation, a big part of who I am today.
And also you had an interesting story as well too, that you had 3 children by 23 as well too, and also another side note that you also one time tried out for the Detroit Pistons. You can just tell us about that.
Yeah, I tried out for the Detroit Pistons dance team. So one of my dreams when I was young, I wanted to be a dancer. So when they first started the dance team, me and a friend tried out. I was so very excited, but unfortunately, I didn't make it. So, but I did play basketball as well. My dream was to go and play female professional basketball. I ended up getting pregnant with my oldest son in the 12th grade, and that kind of crushed my dreams. So that's how that was.
And did you have any scholarship opportunities after you were graduating from high school to play basketball?
I did not. I kind of felt like I couldn't do it because I had a child. So
Uh,
growing up in the environment that I grew up in, it wasn't pursue your dream. It wasn't to go after, what you believe in. It was we can't afford it. So once I got pregnant, I just thought it was pretty much over at that time.
And he also went on to Charlotte as well too. So talk about going from Detroit to Charlotte, where you're at right now.
Actually, I went from Detroit to Atlanta to
Okay,
Charlotte.
great. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So
Tell us about that too. So.
when I went to the Atlanta, it was a transitional moment for me because I just, came aware of the Lord. I dedicated my life to Christ, and I wanted to get my kids out of the hood per se. I wanted to give them a better life. So we lived in Atlanta for 12 and a half years. Is where I raised them. They are all grown now. So I
Amazing.
moved to Charlotte to live my life. So they are grown and gone. Charlotte was my change. It was reinventing me for raising my kids for so long. Everything that I did was, for them and raising them. And I never discovered my real self. I never did, went really after my dreams because I had my first son at 17. So I really didn't get a chance to experience a lot. So Charlotte was this is my life. This is my golden life.
hmm and of course, you also got your academy as well, too. We'll talk more about that. But first, listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition rate. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@SonicWebStudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at Facebook.com/the Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Also follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with Angela Brand, going from Detroit to Atlanta to Charlotte, and she's a personal branding coach. She also runs AB Coaching Academy, which she'll be glad to tell you about. And she also has people take ownership. She's got a couple of books. And first, let's talk about the AB Coaching Academy and tell us more about it.
Well, that is training for authors, coaches, and speakers to learn how to get paid to be themselves. I have life coaching certification class and a motivational speaking certification class. We're currently about to start up another life coaching certification in tomorrow, or next week, or something like that. And it is an online training. It gives you the ABCs, coaching and speaking, how to start your business and how to generate an income from that business. We also deal with how to publish a book, and really just getting paid to be yourself. I call it your mess becomes your message. That's the core belief.
Interesting. Your mess become a message that not just applies to you, but it can also apply to anybody. And what are like the 3 steps you mentioned as well, too? Give us a little more about that.
Which three steps?
Correct. Yeah, you talked about like with the ABC and with the speaking, getting published and everything. So maybe just some of the steps how to go about. It's like just to complete yourself, and your mess becomes a message as well.
Well, the first part of the training is understanding what is coaching, the benefits of coaching, the power of coaching, which I believe a lot of people underestimate the power of coaching. A lot of people want to be speakers and help other people, but I help them deal with the mess before they can give it as their message. So there's a part in the training where we do go over that. I call it coach to coach. So that way that person can understand the ethics of coaching, the techniques of coaching, and experience coaching for themselves if they never had a coach. So it works twofold. Then we move on to giving the message part. So we kind of look back through history, through what they've been through, and how it can help somebody else. Then I help them package that into a coaching program. And I ask them, what principles did you learn? And that's the basic of their program. What I've learned is to take ownership. That's ownership of who I am, where I've been, and where I'm going. And that is a 28-day take ownership challenge that my clients go through in taking ownership of their life. So within that program, I give my life lessons, how I got through it, and how they can get through it if they experience the same thing as well.
And does any of it require like a psychology degree, or is it just simply a willing to learn, or simply just a willing to learn?
No, it's no experience needed, strictly coaching techniques. You don't get into counseling, psychology, or any of that. It's strictly coaching.
Mm-hmm. And also, you also talked about publishing a book as well, too. And tell us about that step. It's like, how do you go about with book publishing?
Well, I kind of asked the person, some people have a book title in mind, but I kind of asked them, if you're coming from a branding standpoint, what could you write about or talk about forever? And that's kind of how we put together the book. I either ask them 12 things that you learned in your life, and then we break that down as a chapter. Most people think writing a book is so hard, but it's one of the simple things that you can do. It's not easy, but it's really simple if you follow the steps and if you have a coach to walk you along the way.
Mm-hmm. And then what's next afterwards?
Well, we brand it, get it published, create a program around it, create your signature speech around your book, and go out and give your message.
That is amazing, too. And how many clients do you have right now? And who's probably like the one that really stands out the most as well? And like, say, people want to go out and say, hey, I want to check this guy out, or hey, I want to get this speaker in.
One of the ones that really blow me away, her name is Jolie Rashawn. She's a single mother of 4 children. We started maybe about 1.5 years ago. And I remember where she can be at her son's basketball game and she's doing her homework. Or she can be, picking them up and doing different mom things, but she was so dedicated to the process, to the class, the training. She didn't complain, because I always ask my clients, are you ready?
Uh-huh.
That's the main thing. Are you ready? Because my training is not easy to go through if you're not ready. It takes a level of commitment, and I'm zero tolerant with people that are not ready, because you're wasting my time and your time. But she has been one of the biggest people that I brag on. Within a year, she has written 3 books. Now she's working on her class. Her goal is to help people to stay focused. And that's been her journey since I've met her. She stayed focused in the midst of everything she went through, and still was committed to the weekly trainings and the sessions that we had.
That is fantastic. And once again, how do people get into the AV Coaching Academy, and what's the website?
Well, they can reach me at www.angelabrandenterprise.com.
That's angelabrand.com. And we'll talk about your books as well, too. You're listening to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at Facebook.com/the Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Also follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with Angela Brand from the AB agency. She's a personal branding coach on the Mike Wagner Show and coaches the AB Coaching Academy. She was born in Detroit, then went on to Atlanta and now in Charlotte. And also the message is to take ownership. You also have a few books as well, too, called The Queendom Diaries, The Queendom Code of Conduct, and more. And tell us about those books, especially The Queendom.
Yes. The Queendom Diaries is my first book. It is all the books are book anthologies. Me and 11 other authors came together to write the book. So kind of my vision, and I helped them become authors, write a chapter. But the Queendom Diaries is 12 women who wrote letters to their younger self. And in between each letter, we wrote a psalms to the Lord. Like one of my first letter is called Shattered Dreams. It talks about how when I was getting molested as 5 years old and how my dreams of what an image of me coming in, being introduced to a man was. My dreams were scattered. One of my chapters was called Who Am I? That teenage girl battling with her identity. Another one was called She Really Does Love Me. I felt like my mother really didn't love me because she allowed my father to keep me a secret. So I suffered a lot of rejection, a lot of anger towards my mother. And then my last letter, I wrote a letter from your future. Your mess became your message. And that I kind of went through and validated my whole life as a message, as a tool that I can help somebody else just by what I've learned. So the Queendom Code of Conduct, the 12 Laws of Sisterhood, was the second book. And me and 5 other authors, we came and wrote 2 chapters, I believe, because sometimes women don't know how to come together in unity. And I began to think back, there is not a woman in my family that I can go back and really learn from, learn how to be a woman, learn how to interact with other women, learn how to keep myself, or learn how to just to be a woman. So we came up with 12 laws that I believe every woman should grab a hold to. One of my laws is called Thou Shalt Embrace Your Femininity. When women have been abused and they have been through so much, they may have raised their children as a single mother, they don't know how to transition from that masculinity energy to that feminine energy, to have healthy relationships, to really can conduct herself as a woman. One is called Thou Shalt Not Give from an Empty Cup. Thou shalt protect your soul. Thou shalt find your tribe. And then coming on to the third book was the Queendom Code of Conduct, 12 Laws to Women in Business. So once again, me and other 7 or 8 other women got together and we created 12 laws of business. I began to think about when I first started my business, how the struggle it was. You know, people talk about, well, I did this and I did that, but they really don't talk about the struggle that you go through when starting a business. My first chapter was Thou Shalt Shift Your Paradigm. Me coming from being a single mother of 3, raising my children on welfare and working, you know, small odd end jobs, making $7, $8, $9 an hour. I did not know the mindset I needed to start my business. So I had to go through the process of shifting my mind, my paradigm, my behavior patterns, how I looked at myself. I had to repair my self-image. And a lot of people struggle in business because they go in with an employee mindset versus a CEO mindset.
Interesting. That was a really interesting point. And what was your first business?
This is my first so-called business was interior design.
Interior design. Interesting.
2005, yes.
You know, I can tell you do a really good job with the interior design. For those watching on video, that's a really good job you've done.
Yeah, so I always had the design. I developed the design out when I first moved out on my own, decorated my house. So the interior design is designing anything has always been my passion, whether it's a room, a piece of paper, whether it's a website, a flyer. That's just kind of, you know, my passion. I love to put things in order that's out of order.
Uh-huh. And, and that sounds like what you generally do with clients. It's like, put things out of order in order.
Yes. Yes. When I first started, I had to put a piece of paper on the wall and I had to act like my client was a house and I'm designing their house. But instead of put house, I put life. So because I'm very creative and I'm a visual learner, I had to go with that approach first. Okay, I'm helping them design the life that they want.
That is interesting. And also, what are some of the upcoming books you have planned for 2020 and beyond?
Well, we're working now. The third series of the Queendom Code of Conduct is 12 Laws to Women in Leadership.
Leadership. Interesting. Tell us a little bit about that.
But everything is a law. I believe everything is a law, which is what we should live by, basically. So one of the chapters is going to be thou shalt build your family, faith, and finances as a leader. Thou shalt walk in confidence. Thou shalt be a servant. Thou shalt know your purpose. And every leader should know these things because you can't lead if you don't know where you're leading people to.
That's interesting. Sounds like it came from the 10 Commandments. Thou shalt not. That is interesting. I can see you holding the tablet. Thou shalt be in business.
Thou shalt know your worth. Yes. These are things that we should live by. I became a very principled person, live by principles, live by mantras, because I didn't have that growing up. So it's like now I've created a new standard of me living, of who I am.
Mm-hmm. That is amazing too. And just do us a favor. If you get mad, don't break the tablets. Okay. Thank you.
No, I won't break the paper. Right.
There you go. and what else do you have planned to come up for 2020 with your coaching academy and more?
Well, actually, the Coaching Academy, I have a women empowerment tour called the Queendom Takeover. Excuse me, the Queendom Takeover. So each speaker that I train, I also provide a platform for them to give their message. It's called the Queendom Takeover. This coronavirus had interrupted our schedule, so we will resume at the end part of 2020. We'll be hitting Dallas, Detroit, Myrtle Beach, New York, and back in Atlanta and back in Charlotte and Baltimore as well. So we have a lot of work to do by the end of this year.
You got some great plans ahead. I am so happy for you guys. I have to say this. And just a couple of things with Angela Brand here on the Mike Wagner Show. We'd love to have you back in sometime soon. And who do you consider biggest influence in your career?
I just got to name one person. I have several.
It can be several. It's up to you.
I have several. I would say starting my career, it has been Les Brown. I was introduced to Les Brown at a place I'd given up on life. I'd given up on my purpose. And I stumbled across him on YouTube, and he was talking about you got to be hungry and believe in yourself. And every day, I heard him say to me, if you listen to me every day for 30 days, your life will be different. And I took him up on his word. I did that, listened to him for 30 days every day. And it was something in me came back alive. Then I found Lisa Nichols. She taught me how to be my own shiro, that I had to really to live up, put my big girl panties on and really to rescue myself. Then I found Eric Thomas, and that just took it from there. Like I said, I can't just name one person. So many different people. Bob Proctor. I found Zig Ziglar, and it's just so many different people that played a big part to who I am today and where I am today.
That is amazing. What's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
Live full and die empty.
I love it. That is fantastic. Once again, Angela Brand, the head of AB Coaching Academy here on the Mike Wagner Show, personal branding coach. Also, a couple of books, Queendom Diaries and Queendom Code of Conduct. And once again, like the big thank you for your time. You've been fantastic. Look to have again soon. And once again, tell us about your upcoming project. What's your website? How do people contact you? And where can people purchase your books?
Well, everything can be found on www.angelabrandenterprise.com. I do have a YouTube channel with some juicy content, which is Angela Brand. Facebook and Instagram, and I am Angela Brand. Email address is brandme@angelabrand.com. If you're looking to be a life coach or a speaker, or you need branding, you can always reach out to me, and we can get this rolling. Let's make it happen.
Sounds great. Angela Brand, a big thank you for your time. You've been fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us to update. We'd love to have back on 2020. You've been fantastic.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for listening to the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.